First was John Wayne Gacy, also known as the Killer Clown in the 1970s. He worked as a clown named Pogo the Clown, as well as being a serial killer on the side. He killed at least 33 teenage boys and young adult males. All of his murders were committed inside of his house. He would lure the victims to his home, and all but one of his victims were killed by strangulation. Poltergeist was a 1982 film which included a clown doll under one of the children's beds. It was not the main villain, but still is notoriously disturbing to audience who have watched the movie. Pennywise is possibly the most infamous creepy clown, first appearing in Stephen King's 1986 novel It, and later in two films in 1990 and 2017. He is a being from outer space that can morph into anything, mostly turning into children's fears. He preys on children mainly due to their vulnerability. In the 1986 novel and 1990 film, Pennywise reappears every 27 years. This is why the 2017 It was made 27 years after the original It's release.
Twisty the Clown appeared in American Horror Story in 2014. He was a clown with a prosthetic mask with rotting, oversized teeth with black lips. He tries to make children love him again by keeping them safe from their parents. He was a kidnapper and serial killer, and Twisty shares many similarities with the clown Pennywise. Videos began popping up on social media platforms such as Twitter and Facebook, thus allowing news stations to pick up the story. This delay can allow news stations to twist it any way they see fit to find a good story. The videos being recorded could scare one person, but possibly not others who may encounter the same clown. Videos can be staged or fabricated to appear scary when it could be a bunch of teenagers pulling a prank to become internet famous. The articles reviewed had limited research or validity to the sightings of clowns and relied heavily on hearsay. A false report made over fall break stated a man dressed up as a clown in a haunted house in Salem, Massachusetts, murdering 18 people. The man was seen holding a chainsaw, chopping and dismembering a 19-year-old male. When reading further and seeking out other sources, the photo was copied from a drunk driver report in 2013.
Is that a clown? No way. Is that honk?
Dude, honk at him, honk at him.
No way.
Dude, get out of here.
Back up. Go by fast. Don't.
Step on it. Step on it. Go, dude.
No, I got it. It's fine.
Go.
I got it.
Oh my God.
No.
What the?
Due to the increasing social media threats, police departments in many states have closed schools or placed them under temporary lockdowns. Many sightings happened in the evening. Certain counties across the U.S. gave a set curfew. The more incidents involving clowns appearing online created social panic and hysteria. This can also lead to individuals wanting to participate in the fear-causing frenzy. We're social animals. We copy and learn from them. Christakis. Paid licensed clowns have shown offense and displeasure of the mockery of their beloved craft. They are afraid of losing their jobs, and people will fear clowns altogether. Professional clown Mike Beckfar wrote to the New York Times, "I wonder how the reporting on the story would go if instead of clowns, people were dressing as aliens, witches, zombies, or doctors. What if they were wearing hospital scrubs, lab coats, and a stethoscope around their neck? Would the news report that doctors were hiding in the woods trying to lure kids with candy?" The following video is a news report discussing clown sightings with interviews from civilians and a licensed clown.
Tonight, a story we've been talking a lot about. Creepy clown sightings around the country, and now a new clown has surfaced. And if you're heading to bed shortly, this picture is bound to give you nightmares. 20-year-old Jonathan Martin is now under arrest. Police say he was caught lurking in the woods near an apartment complex in Kentucky last week. Martin is now charged with wearing a mask in public and disorderly conduct. There have been reports of clowns trying to lure children now in 6 different states, including Pennsylvania.
That sure is a creepy photo. So what about the clowns right here in Western New York? As 7 Eyewitness News reporter Hannah Bueller found out this evening, not everyone is down with the clowns.
People have different opinions when it comes to clowns.
I think they're kind of cute.
They do silly stuff.
I think they're scary.
Most we talk to say they're not a fan.
They're just really creepy.
Do you like clowns?
No.
Very weird, their faces and stuff.
And especially when it comes to scary, creepy clowns, most people don't really like that.
Is there a clown gonna jump out and scare me now?
No.
Okay.
And recently, those creepy clowns have been popping up in mysterious places across the nation. Reports of people dressing as clowns in several states trying to lure children and adults into wooded areas is having an impact on local performers, especially for people like Connie Morrow, otherwise known as Pumpkin, who relies on her local clown business.
But I get a lot of questions from the parents. What's going on? Who are these people? Why are they doing this?
Pumpkin entertains at children's birthday parties and other activities. She says parents have been worried about recent incidents making headlines across the country.
They are questioning it about why are they doing this, and are those real clowns, and are you doing it? And well, no, I'm not doing it.
Morrow says the majority of clowns are good ones who care about children and just want to make them smile.
But a real clown will never ever try to scare the kids.
There have not been any reports of this clown activity in western New York. The closest is Bradford, Pennsylvania, where police there say there are rumors of clown activity, but nothing confirmed.
We're going to put a clown nose on Hannah.
Meantime, clowns like Pumpkin want to assure parents that most entertaining clowns are fun and safe. Pumpkin says if parents are still worried, they can ask the clown for a background check. Reporting in West Seneca, Hannah Bueller, 7 Eyewitness News.
Local law enforcement contacted the FBI and Department of Homeland Security for assistance. Press Secretary Josh Earnest responded to the threats with, "Local PD should take this very seriously and ask for help." Arrests were reported by the New York Times.
Contrary to popular belief, there were no factual reports of the creepy clowns killing anyone, but those who dared to go after the clowns either injured them or killed them. For example, a Pennsylvania teenage boy was killed by being stabbed to death for wearing a clown mask that he had off of his face at the time. There were arrests that were made across the United States for false reports, disorderly conduct, wearing a mask in public, and lying to the police officials. According to an article in The Guardian last year, in Kentucky, police arrested a 20-year-old man hiding in a ditch wearing a clown costume. Also, police in Virginia arrested 2 teens for wearing clown outfits and chasing children. Meanwhile, police in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, arrested a man for falsely claiming he had seen a clown trying to lure children and chased into the woods. Later, he told police he made it all up. According to our research, we mostly found that age played a role more than race, mostly because all of the articles state that teenagers played these roles as a prank for most of these clown incidences. The hysteria was fueled by social media hoax threats and a few on actual reported clown sightings. Those who reported clown sightings to the police or school officials were sincere but mistakenly wrong. Others were contributed by troublesome youth. In states such as Washington and Alabama, schools were placed on lockdown as leaders investigated threats of violence that included mentions of clowns. Those threats were later determined to be invalidated. Reported of incidents preferred to be anonymous, and this map right here shows all the incidences that were reported in the United States for clowns in 2016. According to the New York Times, Kemper County, Mississippi has made it illegal for anyone to appear in public in clown costume, clown mask, or clown makeup until the day after Halloween, which came from their local newspaper. The article also stated that stores like Target have decided to stop selling scary clown masks due to the hysteria. Decreasing clown horror films before Halloween could slow down the hysteria. For example, the remake of It just came out, and if it didn't come out so close to Halloween or after the clown hysteria last year, it would not have fueled this clown issue again through social media and the news. Increasing police control in the month of October would make people feel more safe and help with the clown sightings.
Then why do you want to kill me? I don't want to kill you. I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really